Okay, so we're back on Gran Turismo 2, and we're going to be doing the 30-lap trial mountain endurance. Now, I've taken the liberty of spending roughly half my money buying a muscle car here, which we are going to need for the muscle car cup as well. And surprisingly, this one actually fits within the requirements, considering we have a horsepower cap of 300 horsepower. Mind you, we're probably considerably higher than that. I think this CUDA right now has 260, I believe, and that is with a racing exhaust. So, yeah, let's just jump right into this. So this should take roughly, what is it, like an hour and a half? 2 hours to do 30 laps, so it's not too bad. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin. 30 laps. I do believe it just throws you in. I don't think there's a countdown, right? Yep, no countdown. Now, I did opt to not get a transmission, just because I didn't think I would need it, but yeah, I think we should be fine for the most part. Trial Mountain only has one long straightaway, so yeah, we should be fine. Because all I've done to the CUDA here so far is racing exhaust. I did put some of the sports tires on. I did do 2 levels of weight reduction, just because this thing is on the heavier side. I ended up putting the sports suspension on as well, so that way the body roll is hopefully reduced, at least a little bit. Other than that, I didn't... Oh, brakes as well. I did upgrade the brakes, because I did think the CUDA here wasn't going to have very good stopping power, so I did opt to get some brakes. Now we go through the Yeet chicane. Oop. So the back end wants to go on me there a little bit. I was gonna say I could have put racing slicks on this as well, but I think that may have been probably a tad much, so I decided not to do that. As well as I could have probably squeezed a bit more horsepower out of it, but I think 250 is plenty. Only thing that's my drawback right now is the weight, I would argue. You know, a bit of a funny story I've had with this endurance event. I believe it was the Tom's Angel that I used, I think? Or it was the ZZ3. It's one of the two. But I actually did the entire race without pitting, just because that's how good the tire wear was. I cannot remember which one of the two it was, but yeah, I did do the entire 30 laps without going to the pit once. Mind you, at the end the car was slipping and sliding quite a bit, but I was so far ahead by that point, I'm going, why pit? Let's see if we can go to the end. Tires were definitely red, but they didn't start going red until probably like, what, lap 20, 25, something like that. so it wasn't that big of a deal, thankfully. Sad thing is, this CUDA here doesn't get a racing modification. I was kind of hoping it did. Even though I definitely couldn't afford it, but would have been nice to have one as I go wide here like an idiot. Yeah, glad I didn't bother with getting another transmission. Definitely didn't need it. Hopefully we can get a decent gap to the second place car. Unfortunately, I can't remember if GT2 actually tells you the gap to the second place car. So far it hasn't been doing that, but I can't remember if it's supposed to or not. So yeah, hopefully we can build a healthy lead. Yeah, right now I don't know where exactly we would be losing time to the second place car, if we are actually losing any time on the track. Again, provided I don't make any stupid mistakes. Two-wheel moment. I will say, considering I've done now 5 laps, that my tires are still in the green, I figured the CUDA here would be a lot harsher on its tires than it is being right now, so yeah, we'll see how many laps we can actually go. Who knows, we may only need to do 1 pit. provided we can get to actual half race distance. Not likely, but it would be impressive to see that this ends up beating the AI in terms of tire management. Oop, bit of a slide. Oh yeah, we definitely have a good gap to second place now at this point. Even if I do have to pit soon, which I can definitely tell the front tires are starting to go a little bit on the yellow side. We should have enough time. We might count or end up coming out of the pit just just behind him. So I think for the most part we should be okay. I'm impressed that the back tires aren't being chewed up though. Considering a heavy, high-powered rear-wheel drive muscle car, but yeah, apparently the front tires are the ones taking a lot of the punishment right now with the high-speed cornering. Yeah, that might be why. There's a lot of high-speed corners here on Trial Mountain for the most part. So, outside of a couple corners, really, mainly, you're not really coming to a real low speed, considering, so that might be why the back tires aren't being chewed up as much. And by low speed, I'm referring to like I would even argue Rome. Some of the corners on Rome would be a good example. Even Seattle, corners like that, you have to really slow down for it. Went over the curb a little bit too much right there. Oh yeah, the lap time is starting to drop off a little bit. Damn it. Tried to carry a little bit more speed through there. Especially if it was on a tighter line. Yeah, this was not a good lap. Cut that a bit much again. Yeah, I do think lap 10 here is when I'm going to go into the pits. Because now my lap time is starting to get considerably slower. Should hopefully still be quick enough compared to second place, but I'd rather not drop too much further. So we got ourselves a two-stop race, which isn't too bad at all. We'll go in here, change out the tires. Okay, not too far behind second place, or sorry, first place now. So, yeah, we should be okay. Because he should have to pit at some point, right? So the more time we gain before he goes in, the better. Oh, it'll tell me how far behind I am. It won't tell me how far ahead I am. Okay, that's different. Feels good to have some fresh tires. At least they heat up quickly, so that's nice. Don't know what car it is though, considering the yellow car that was there before definitely got majorly passed by quite the margin, so don't know if they ended up going to the pit early. I didn't pay that much attention to the minimap, or if they just made a mistake. Oh, it's an Elise. Okay. Because, yeah, until I'm really close, the rendering doesn't properly kick in. Okay, so understandable that the Elise would be in second. Very, very good handling car. Considering I'd make the argument, he brought the handling car, I think I brought the power car for this one, personally. Got a bit of a run into the chicane. There we go. Smooth pass. I'll take it. Oop, another two-wheeled moment. Oh god. Yeah, was waiting to do that. Well, I already did have a two-wheel moment earlier, but I was waiting for it to actually mess me up. I always forget if you end up going off that curb in just the wrong way, that happens. Try to avoid it. Okay, that was better. That was much better. On the Alfa Romeo. Thankfully he didn't get in the way too much. Come on, fastest lap. There we go. Now, whether or not I end up beating that, I don't know, but I think that was a pretty clean lap. So, we'll see if I ever end up beating that by the end. You know, at this pace, I might actually end up beating this endurance event in only an hour. considering we've already basically done half the race in under half an hour. So, yeah, we're on pace to only take an hour for this. Oh, wow. Actually, a little bit surprised at that. Well, we've built a gap to second place. I don't know... oh, he's actually right behind or just ahead of the Alfa Romeo. You see, it took me a moment to try and find him, but yeah, they're basically like on top of each other right now. So... Yep, definitely did not hit the brakes nearly enough that I needed for that corner. Yep, all out of shape for that one. Dang it. Well, there's 4th place. Almost cut that corner a little bit more than I wanted to. Understeer wide. Damn it. There we go. I think that's an opal? Or that could be a Vauxhall considering the plus mod. Either or. Okay, this is our in-lap. Considering now that tires are starting to go a little bit. Again, I probably could push them like another lap or two, but to be honest, I'd rather have more fresh tires than have them go orange. So okay. Last pit stop. Hey, Anno, how you doing? Welcome. Already almost done the endurance. It's only been a half an hour. Good to know you're doing good. How's the vacation so far? Or has your vacation ended now? This is going to be a little bit of an awkward pass. There we go. It's another week and I'm just good to hear. At least your vacation isn't over yet. Playing some Borderlands 1. Ooh, not bad. Funny, my friend bought me I think the entire thing at one point, and I've still yet to go around and actually play it. I have it sitting on my Steam. I've had it there for a few years now. So close. Dang, that was a 10th off. Ah, well. Don't know if we'll get another real good shot at that. Because I usually do one flying lap and I'll have like a cooldown lap in between. Do I have the enhanced version of the Game of the Year? I do not remember. I think it might be the Game of the Year one, I believe. I'd have to open my Steam and check. Mind you, I do need to check out a game that my brother had mentioned to me the other day. Because he ended up asking, or he mentioned it because it was on sale. I think he said it was like $8, so after looking at it, I'm actually very tempted to grab it. For another $2 extra, I can get all the DLC, so I might pay the $10 for it. But the game is called Pillars of Eternity, so I figured I'd give that a try. I don't know if you've played that before. Might be a game to stream as well. Again, if people want to see that, then yeah, definitely. Heard of it, but never played it myself. Looks like one of those good old school RPGs. Yeah, that's when my brother mentioned it to me. He said he'd been waiting for it to go on sale for a couple of years now. So as soon as he saw it go on sale, he grabbed it immediately. Unfortunately, it's not multiplayer, which is a shame, but it's not the end of the world. After all, Grim Dawn is multiplayer, but I've yet to really play it multiplayer. I've done the most multiplayer I've done is playing a little bit with my brother, and that's about it. So yeah, I don't mind that it's single player that much. Although I might as well just buy it later tonight. Because my only concern is right now I've spent a little bit of money over the past few days. So I don't want to just keep throwing money and money and money away. So yeah, whether or not it's $10, but it does add up after a while. So I'm trying not to be, you know, too heavy-handed with my money for obvious reasons. So 2015. I think Grim Dawn came out like a year later. So I think Grim Dawn's like 2016, I believe. At least co-op should be a thing, but it seems not a thing for those kind of RPGs, yeah, unfortunately. I think he said it's more like similar to Baldur's Gate, I believe is what he mentioned. Where it's a lot of story and everything. There's combat, yes, but there's a lot of dialogue and a lot of reading and that sort of thing. Which again is fine, but yeah, when I give the game a try, then I can decide whether or not I want to actually stream that. Just because I can see people not being entirely engrossed in it if there's a lot of dialogue and not much is actually happening other than that. So we'll see on that one. As I understeer almost off the road entirely. Oh boy. Oh, you Pure Sea Skylines 2, nice. And yeah, Grim Dawn is 2016, I thought so. Mind you, I think I started playing roughly 2016. I can't remember if my brother ended up introducing me to the game when it was brand new or not. I don't even know if I can go back and actually see what day exactly I had or ended up getting the game. I have to go through my purchase history and see if I can find it. That is, if it'll let me go for that far back. Because yeah, now that it's getting a third expansion pack, I'm definitely getting hyped for that. Considering now I've got another, what, 500 hours to 1,000 hours to sink into that game, probably. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to doing that. Considering I do have 2,200 in it right now, so yeah, it gives me more of a reason to keep going with that, try and get that number to go higher, like legitimately go higher, not just like leave the game running. It's the one game I actually ended up saying I'm not going to leave it running because I enjoy it that much. I want to see how long I can keep a legitimate playtime for it, and I basically did that. Not to say that there isn't any sort of downtime or idle time in that number, but it's not very much of it, I would argue. Even without a DLC, the developer gives us things to do with the yeah. Need to read the update logs or new items, tweaks, skills, etc. Yeah. Thing is, though, it's one of those where they can make those little adjustments to items and whatnot, but for the most part, unless I have a build using those items, it doesn't really affect me very much. The only time where a patch has actively made me lose progress would have been when they decided to nerf the retaliation damage by a massive margin. Because at that point I was doing a acid retaliation build using the Path of the 3 set, or no, I can't remember the name of the set. It was an acid retaliation set. Came with a shield and whatnot. I cannot remember the name of it. It's a legendary set. I'm forgetting the name right now. But yeah, I was basically using that as a yeah, did I go Warlord for that build? I may have went Warlord for that build. But yeah, it is a shame considering... No, actually, it might have been Sentinel. Sentinel or Warlord is what I ended up doing. But yeah, I think I got that character to like between the 70s and 80s, and then they dropped that freaking nerf on us. It's like, well, so much for that build. I never got to experience the retaliation stuff towards endgame. So, still want to do one of those builds. It's just, yeah, they're not super heavily viable anymore. You can still do retaliation damage, but not a whole lot, unfortunately. Because the number for what I had for retaliation was stupidly high. Like, stupidly high with that. But it's a shame I never got to use it. Oh god, understeer Y. It was a shame they only played it once or twice. Never touched the DLCs. Oh, I'd say give it a try, but if it's not your kind of game, that's perfectly fine. It seem to be complex like Diablo. And as I drive on into the wall. And I played 700 to 800 hours. Should give it a go sometime again. Yeah, it's it does have some complexity, I will admit, but it's nothing compared to the likes of Path of Exile. Path of Exile has it's way more complex. So Grim Dawn, I feel like, takes that complexity of both games and puts it into one, and then streamlines it and still makes it work if you like being creative with your builds. So yeah, I always have an argument with a friend of mine about that. It's like, I get it, for the versatility, that's fine, but there's taking it to a level that it doesn't need to be, where you could easily simplify it and get the same result. He just kind of doesn't understand that too much, unfortunately, but I can also understand from his perspective a little bit. I try to stay away from that topic just because it devolves into an argument, at least it feels like to me, more than a discussion. But besides Borderlands 1, there is Factorio. Oh yeah, have you gone back to Factorio recently? Consider that needs your attention. Yeah, PoE is another league, massively. Can't do it. It's just too much in your face, it really is. I'm just hoping that the second PoE ends up, you know, correcting some of the stuff from the first game and make it less cluttered. Just the amount, like, content is great and all, don't get me wrong, but after a while I started feeling very cluttered to the point where, what should I work on? Should I work on this? Should I go to this instead? Or, like, that kind of thing. It kind of leaves you wondering what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing yet. So, I'm just hoping that they condense and streamline the stuff that can be for the second game. But who knows, I may end up enjoying it, because even if it could be the same as the first game, but maybe if I start right at the beginning, it might be easier for me to play. I might get hooked a bit more, but we'll see when the time comes, considering I don't know when that's going to actually release anytime soon. And I couldn't have been more wrong. I think that was a Renault Laguna that I was seeing earlier that I thought was an Opel or a Vauxhall. Whoops. But there we go. 51 minutes long. Not bad. So, prize car time and prize money. I forget what car you get for this. $150 grand that we definitely need. And a new car, so I will save the game. Just in case. I'd rather not do that again in case the actual totally legitimate PS1 crashes. Excuse me. Gaming website says that PoE 2 goes online June 2024. Okay, so have half a year essentially, pretty much, or another full year almost. Okay, that's not too bad. That is if they don't run into any delays. But if they do run into delays, that's fine, as long as the game ends up, you know, being released in a playable way, not a bug-ridden mess, for obvious reasons. So, let's see, what's our prize car for that? Right, the Denso Supra. There we go, we got our first race car. So, we'll have to use that at some point. And I do believe I can use that for the GT500 category? Yeah, that should be GT500 category. Because if that, the number had, instead of being white with the square box around it, it's yellow, then I think that's GT300, I do believe, is if it's yellow. So yeah, we can use that for the GT500 League when we get around to it. Now, I'm tempted, considering we've only been live for about an hour. I'm gonna see here if we can do the Muscle Car Cup. How much horsepower? Any horsepower requirement. Interesting, I was not expecting that. So, time to boost up the power a little bit. Unfortunately, there's no one make events for this car, but let's actually see what we can do to this. Do I want to pay $25,000? Oh, actually, it's a little bit cheaper than $25,000. No, I'm not gonna do that. Turbo, I think it's just a supercharger, right? I don't think it'll let me do turbo. Oh, I can't even do turbo or supercharger. Shit, okay. So, I have to do an NA tune. Computer for 1,000, definitely gonna buy that. Because I'm gonna need the power, definitely. Displacement? I don't know if it'll let me know. Actually, I think there's only one car in the game that can actually increase the displacement. So I remember watching, I think it was a Matt J video, he mentions it. I cannot remember what car, I think it's one of the Skylines actually, is the only one that you can actually increase the displacement. So NA tuning. Yeah, 313, that should be reasonable. Part polish, yeah, not very much. So, anything else I want to do to this? drive shaft actually might be helpful. I would up the transmission, but we may not need it. Crossing my fingers. But let's go give this a try. Because a 1 hour stream, that's awfully short, so... Seattle short. Give it a go. Yeah, considering some of these other muscle cars are packing at least 400. But what I'm hoping for is I'm a little bit lighter, so I can make up for that deficiency with less weight to move. As we all basically dive the first corner, there we go. Go. Did not want to bump the inside wall there. Now, I have mentioned just how bad I am at Seattle short, so not too surprised. Yeah, the tires, brakes, and suspension are definitely a very, very good investment compared to the AI right now. Just that difference. Who knows, maybe I didn't even need to upgrade the power for this thing. Considering I can definitely go around a corner a hell of a lot better than the AI. There we go. Easy victory because they all overdid it into the first hairpin. Why does this not surprise me? Oh, right. I forgot, that ends up getting changed as well. I should probably show that with the Plus mod that I have installed. But the Plymouth, one of the Plymouth vehicles ends up actually getting its proper name, like it should have. As well as one of the Dodge vehicles actually gets the name it should have had as well. Because they decided they couldn't get the licensing for it, but thanks to this mod, it's there. So, the Plymouth muscle car, as it was called, is actually called the Roadrunner here, like it's supposed to be. So it's not called Plymouth Muscle Car, it's actually the Roadrunner. As well as, if I go to Dodge, the Dodge Concept Car has been properly named here to the Copperhead, which is what it was supposed to be called. So, yeah, some of the naming has been fixed for some of the vehicles. So yeah, that's good. Okay, what else do we get here? Oh yeah, I forgot about the Phaeton. This thing's a absolute boat. Roadrunner, meet, yeah. It literally is the... I think they had a Roadrunner with the actual literal Roadrunner logo on the side of it. I believe. Unless that was a custom thing, but I do believe it came with it at one point. So, next up, we have the full Seattle circuit to do. Who knows, I might actually be able to use this CUDA for the Historic Car Cup, considering car that I'm in, I don't know. Thing is, I don't know what counts as historic. So, if anything, what I probably could do is boot up a race preview, see what cars spawn, and then just use that. Just go out and buy it. So, I forgot. The gearing is quite tall. At least for the most part. Now, unlike the AI, I will actually use my brakes instead of full sending into that hairpin. Past the Roadrunner. And same for this corner, I will actually brake, so yeah, I'll just take this position back from pretty much everybody. Considering they do not like that right-hand corner at the top of the hill. Also, Enno, fun fact. In real life, you could actually drive this particular layout in Seattle. Only thing is, unfortunately, I don't believe, yeah, you can anymore, because this section here has been changed. Because I think here it's supposed to be a parking lot, but in real life right now, I don't believe it is anymore. I'd have to check that. This viaduct here is also gone, I do believe. I think they removed it. Besides that, the only other complication is the fact that one of the side roads that we drive through here is a bit of a pain to drive down. Because certain things it does, or emergency vehicles, or time restrictions, date restrictions, like that sort of thing. So you can't really drive down it. So it is a bit of a pain, but when this track was made for this game, you could theoretically do the full layout. After this corner, this side street right here, after this this one, yeah, it ends up being like time gate, like it's a weird restrictions to be able to go down that road. Sounds like you already tried to drive it. No, I have not. I've never been to Seattle. The only reason I know that is because I looked it up. And it just happened to stick. So wouldn't mind visiting Seattle at some point, but that's not exactly possible right now. Like, I think this road under the viaduct was for emergency vehicles only, I do believe. Or something, I can't... They had some weird road restrictions for some of the actual roads here. So you theoretically could, but by law with certain things, probably not. Okay. One more muscle car event to go. Right, I didn't even check what track we're going to. Ah, why am I not surprised it's Laguna Seca? Should have immediately thought Laguna Seca without even looking. Just because it's the only other American track in this game. Punch it. All right. There's another thing that I'm learning by watching some YouTube videos. Because I never actually noticed it until it was pointed out. The sand on this track actually doesn't slow you down. There's no difference between driving on that and on the actual tarmac raceway itself. So I can just go full speed even on the dirt. It doesn't make any difference. Now, let's see how many AI die into the corkscrew. Or whether or not I die into... Oh, there goes one of them. No, that's just something you don't get later in the series, and it is unfortunate. Where the AI just full sends into the corkscrew. I miss that aggressive AI. I genuinely do. It's fun to watch. Oop, too much. Crap. I will say, compared to Gran Turismo 4, I know this is gonna sound weird, but at least the muscle car with a racing exhaust still sounds like a muscle car. Whereas on Gran Turismo 4, you stick a racing exhaust on it, it doesn't sound like a muscle car anymore. It gets like this weird tuner noise, and it's kind of off-putting. So, anybody else die? Kind of. I think I see one sideways. Whichever one the orange one was. I think he was sideways briefly. It's one of those things I wish I could look behind and still be able to tell where the fuck I'm driving. Unfortunately, that is not the case. There we go. Muscle Car Cup, done and dusted. Oh, was it another CUDA that was an orange? I think so. Yeah, it was. The other CUDA ended up going for a spin. And I think it was the Stingray on the first lap that ended up going for a spin as well. If it wasn't the Corvette, it may have been the Shelby here. Which is my favorite Mustang, by the way, next to the SVT Cobra R. The 99 Cobra R, I should point out. But now at least we have some spending money. Still not nearly enough as what we're gonna need to do the one make events, but definitely more spending money. Okay, so that's an endurance done, and 3 new cars on, well, endurance, 1 race car, and 3 extra cars on top of that. Now, what they are, I do not remember. So let's go take a look. Hopefully we did not win another CUDA. That would be kind of sad. Oh, right, you got the... Wait, you got the PT Spider for that? I'm a little bit surprised at that, considering I wouldn't call this a muscle car. Yes, it's a Plymouth, but that doesn't mean it's a muscle car. Okay. Also, I think that's our first midship, I do believe. So we can do the MR Cup with that, or at least one of the events. 427 Cobra. I'll take it. We might be able to use that for the Historic Cup. Or at least one of the races. So I'll probably end up using that. I will be buying tires and suspension for that, because that thing is very hard to drive if I remember correctly. Phaeton. This massive barge. Don't think we're gonna use it, because I think I've used it once and it wasn't very good. But it is a weird vehicle. I think this is probably one of the weirdest cars in the entire game. But yeah, don't know if we'll use it. We'll see. Cobra 420 just looks like James Bond is around the corner or another age. Wait, really? I was gonna say, the American James Bond, I guess? Considering... Actually, wait a minute, I think this is supposed to be the Shelby version? Because if it's the AC version, then yes, it would be British. However, if this is specifically supposed to be the Shelby version, then it would be American. I don't know which way the game wants me to interpret that. Because we do have Shelby, but we don't have AC in this game. So, let's hop into the PT Spider real quick. I do want to see if we can knock out one of the MR events. Oh boy. Yeah, we're just going to be doing the first one. Hell, I don't even think I'm going to have enough power for this. Because I didn't think the horsepower cap was 350, so we might struggle quite a bit with this, but let's give it a try. And then we can worry about the Historic Car Cup after. Hello, Baron. Welcome. How you doing today? You missed the endurance event, but actually, if anything, you should be kind of happy. Because it was just going around the same track 30 times. Good to hear you're doing well. I'm guessing you've already made and enjoyed dinner. Damn AI. Kind of shoved me off the track there a little bit, but we should be quick enough provided they don't push me off the track for a second time. Damn SW20. I'm gonna hit the wall. Yep. That's what I get for trying to maximize my speed. Yes, dinner is done. Okay. I figured as much. So I'm looking at the clock and I'm going, yeah, Baron would have already had or made and ate dinner by now. Understeer. I'm all out of shape through that section. So, let's use the 220 horsepower to see if we can catch these two up here. Maybe. I'm not really pulling away, but I'm not really gaining either. Yep, there goes the AW11 into the dirt. Good. Now we gotta see if we can catch. I think that's a Lotus Europa that's up there. Looks like it. Ooh. Yeah, it is a Lotus Europa. Thought so. Now, I might have the... Ooh, as I slide through here, I may have the power advantage, but he's got the weight advantage. So, it's gonna be a bit of a drag race, but let's see. I think he's like more than half my weight, but I only have an extra like 100 horsepower over him. Okay, we're good. Yay. Because yeah, the Europa is very, very light. So, there we go. First MR event's done. I do not remember what we win, but I don't think it's going to be quicker than what we currently have. I have my doubts if I can even try the next event. Considering I think the power cap goes to like 500. I believe it was 500, wasn't it? Yeah, 500. I don't think we're gonna have enough for that. I might have to tune this thing. Okay, that makes sense. Does a mid-engine event gets a rear-wheel drive Toyota Supra. Oh wait, never mind. Scratch that. I'm an idiot. It's the 3000 GT I remember being the Supra. Not the 2000 GT. I'm an idiot. Mind that. Forget that. Boy, I'm gonna get drilled in the comment section for that on YouTube. I know it. I can see one friend doing that already. But, it is actually quicker. So, you know what? Let's hop in it. And let's see if we can do the next event. Even though the power cap is 500. High speed ring, oh boy. I'm gonna get drilled down the straightaway, but hopefully I can at least have the cornering advantage. We'll see. There's an Elise. Another SW20, so that's actually not too bad. At least you corrected yourself. Yeah, that is true. But, yeah, I do still think I'm gonna get reamed out in the comments for that. Well, this is not gonna be good. I'm not saying that 270 horsepower is bad, but yeah. I do not think I'm gonna stand a chance here. I was hopeful when I saw the second MR2 here, but nope. Yeah, I'm gonna need a bit more punch. So I figured I'd give that a try, but it was not to be. I figured that, but doesn't hurt to try. Ah, need a quick drink there. My throat's already killing me. Okay. We still don't have a four-wheel drive car, surprisingly. Could keep going with this. I would have to upgrade the MX-5. Actually, We could actually do that last event. Believe it or not. Yeah, that does say 600, but we can actually do that final event there. We can use this. Hell, we could even use the PT Spider, because that's convertible as well for the middle one. So let's hop into the Cobra. First thing I'm doing, I'm buying tires, and I am buying suspension. 100%. So, Shelby. Is it just the Series 1? Oh, right, I forgot you can get the other Cobra in here. Cobra race car. Completely forgot about that. And yeah, there's the Series 1 as well. Thought so. GT350 and the GT500. Interesting. So am I not... Please tell me I can actually tune this here. I should be able to. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay, good. I was gonna say here. Sport suspension. And tires. So this thing is actually somewhat controllable. I don't think I'm gonna need anything else. Actually, as dumb as this would be, will it actually let me do this? No, it won't. Okay. Usually I don't check very often what cars can get the racing modifications, so I figured why not give it a try and see if it actually had one. So, convertible. Trial Mountain. Even though we just did 30 laps around here, we're going back. This is not going to be easy. I think we're fine in terms of power. It's just keeping this thing on the road. That's what I'm going to struggle with. Because this thing is not easy to drive. Around the Griffith. Oh yeah, I forgot. I probably should have done that too. The brakes are not very good either. So again, I've brought the power car more than the handling car. And away we go. Probably should have bought a gearbox. Oh, through the chicane we go again. Make up some time. Yep, that's what I did at one point. And of course, he screws me over in the process. Oh my god. Okay, we'll pass him back there. Good. Just need to get the Series 1. Not going to be down the straightaway, but we can get him probably through the chicane. Unless we can get him here under brakes. Nope, not quite. That wasn't good. I think he might have us here. Go. Yeah, he's got us. Yeah, that Cobra is not easy to control. Dang. Well, it's definitely doable. I don't need to really adjust anything, so I don't mind giving that another try. It was bound to happen at some point, so it's also not the first race I've lost anyway. I think we would have been okay if that Griffith didn't mess up and then line up with the side of my car and shove me basically into the dirt at the start of the second lap. I think that would have been more beneficial if he didn't do that, but not something I can exactly control. And speaking of, there's another Cobra right beside me. So if he can control it, he's going to be the competition. If not him, it's going to be the Series 1 in second place right now, which is now on pole. If we can get around the Griffith here, maybe, yes. Briefly, mind you, very briefly. Just because we top out at 136. Well, I guess this means I gotta be a bit more aggressive. Even though I'm trying not to be super aggressive with this car. Because as soon as you get aggressive, it wants to bite you back. Yeah, definitely have to be real early on the brakes for that corner. Or else I just go wide. Well, at least Ice Machine Gun is good fitting music for this race right now. Trying to beat that Series 1. Okay, one more time through the chicane. And we're good. Just have to get used to the car. Oh wow, the second Cobra came in 5th. Yikes. Then again, the AI usually struggle with controlling some of the high-powered muscle cars as well. It's no different in the Historic Car Cup. They do the same thing. So now we can see what car we ended up winning for that. I have no idea what convertible it could possibly give me for that. Who knows, maybe we could use it for Grindelwald. Oh, okay. I forgot about this. The race car version of the Copperhead, well, the fake race car version. So, yeah, I remember this thing being incredibly, incredibly overpowered. Also, at least they corrected it, because I do believe when you get this, it's actually labeled as a midship when it shouldn't be. So they actually labeled it properly, saying it's rear-wheel drive with a engine in the front. So that's a nice touch. Glad they finally adjusted that. Let's see if we can knock out one of those Historic Car Cup events with this. I would argue... No, I can't. It actually exceeds the requirement. I have more than 400. Okay. That's gonna be an issue. Damn. Genuinely, damn it. I thought I could actually use that. I don't know what else we could do then. Darn it. Actually, wait a minute. I'm wondering, can I get away with using this for... No, I cannot. However, I can use the PT Spider for that first one. Aha. I'm just within the regulations for this one. In fact, I actually might have a little bit, quite a bit more horsepower than my opposition. I wouldn't be surprised if I get, like, K cars for this one, or, like, tiny little things. Actually, wait a minute, no, this is the US National, so probably, what, Ford Ka's would be my opposition? If anything. Pretty, well, there's 2 Ford Ka's already, so that pretty much sums it up. And around the 2 Ford Focuses as well. Yeah, we definitely brought quite a strong car for this compared to the AI. We might actually be able to do the second race as well. And be just okay with it. Sorry, just quick enough to actually get away with it. again, I know about with the gravel, but at the same time, I'm trying not to use that as access road. Just because, well, I feel like it's a little bit cheaty to do that as I drive off the road like a moron. Oh, they're keeping up, so I guess that's good. Just hanging out back there. Menacingly. Waiting for that opportunity when I mess up. Oh, nobody decided to go crazy into the corkscrew. Yeah, they're quicker through that last corner than I am. Interesting. I guess I could probably take it quicker, I don't know. I'm used to having to slow down quite a lot for that corner. So, oh right, I forgot the Dodge Avengers in this game. I thought that was like, it basically is a smaller version of the Intrepid in a way. So I was like, wait a minute, why is there an Intrepid in here? So, there we go. There's that done. So let's see if we can get away with using this for the next one. Hopefully we can. Yeah, we should be fine. Horsepower cap is only 300. Yeah, we should be fine. Considering I did a race earlier for the MR with power cap of 350 and I did just fine. So... yeah, and there's another PT Spider here anyway, so... actually, was that Mustang phased into... okay, that was weird. He just got a sudden slingshot. I was wondering if he was phased into it. Oh, and speaking of Chrysler Intrepid and or Dodge Intrepid, this purple car in front of me is one. Believe it or not, my mother actually owned one of those. Until she got T-boned at one point. Going to work. Thankfully she was okay. But yeah. That's how we ended up losing that Intrepid, and my dad was actually kind of glad that we had to get rid of it, because he did not like that car at all. So, that was back in, when I was in elementary school. It was that long ago. Because I just remember going on my way to school, and then, yeah, where she goes to work, the route she normally takes, where she had that accident was like a block away from my elementary school. So that was interesting. Oh, the other PT Cruiser is right behind me. Or PT Cruiser? Wow. PT Spider is right behind me. God. Well, I can definitely say that other PT Spider right behind me is definitely quick. Oop. Nope, nobody died into the corkscrew this time. Good. Again, usually one AI decides to just full send it, and next thing you know, they've done a 180 and they're facing the wrong way. There we go. It's 2 done. Now, I don't think we'll have the horsepower to deal with the next one. I think that's when we're getting into like Dodge Viper territory. Actually, we might not, considering I think, what, 450 is what usually they should have? But then again, I don't even have to use this PT Spider for it. Actually, wait. Yeah, I don't. I could actually swap to the CUDA instead if I want to. Because that has definitely more horsepower for this. So you know what? Let's do that. Now we can knock out that last one there. Considering this has got a decent amount of horsepower for it. So, oop, wrong one. Want that one. So, US Nationals, the last one. So this should be more than enough to take care of this event. Oh yeah, there's a Corvette. There's a Series 1. There's another CUDA right beside me. And then 2 Ford Mustangs. Okay. Well, at least this thing is easier to control than the Cobra, that's for sure. Only thing is, even with a sport suspension upgrade, I'm probably gonna lose out on cornering. I wouldn't be surprised. Just because even then it's still going to be relatively old suspension. Oh god. Don't spin. Okay, we're good. Whew. Yeah, they're definitely quicker through that last corner than I am. Ooh, thank you for the bump there. Yeah, that was the Grand Sport that just gave me a little bit of a nudge. Dang, that Series 1 is quick. Like, real quick. I think he has just a little bit more than I do, but... yeah, I'm impressed. Oop, he messed up. Ha 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 ha, that's why I tried to play it a bit more safe. I also basically kind of cut the chicane as well a little bit there. Or the corkscrew a little bit, which, yeah, that was intentional. Try to make up some time. Oh, thanks. Wow, okay. Last corner dive bomb. Okay, well, shit. Was not expecting that. I thought I was fine. I didn't expect that the AI would dive bomb me into that corner. Crap, we're gonna have to do that again. Looking at the clock, already 1:17 in the morning. Oh boy. Heading to bed. Okay. Take it easy, Anna. Thanks for popping in. Sleep well. And I'll see you next time. Have a good night. So yeah, let's try this again, and then I think that'll be a good point to stop the stream, considering after this, in about, what, 30 minutes, I have Call of Cthulhu. So, yeah, I don't want to be late to that. Okay. Basically the same lineup, for the most part. I just hope I don't get bumped into this corner again by the AI, which I basically just straight up did. Oh my god. This is not going to be easy. This is a terrible start. Cthulhu is calling. Collect. Do you accept? Yes, yes I do. I do accept. Also, if they're gonna bump me into corners, I will use them as a bit of a break. I'll fight cleanly until they start basically being aggressive with me in that kind of way, so... Oop. Speaking of, there we go, take out the Series 1. And we move on. And he's right behind me again. I'm gonna brake early. Just because I'm concerned on what the AI is gonna do. Good, good. It's always entertaining. The subject's willing to pay a high price. Well, that's basically been fussed us already with paying a high price, quite literally. The guy's almost gone insane. I was sliding way too much there. So I kind of basically had to dive just into the actual corner like that. And basically cut it. Oh god. Great time for the understeer. Go. Mirror driving. No. You stay there. Okay, we're good. Wasn't gonna try that a third time, and that was a terrible, terrible start. I'm amazed that that's the one I end up winning. But there we go. That's the US Nationals done. Now, I don't know if we get a prize card for this one, considering the last time we did the Japan one we did. Oh yeah, we do. Nice. Again, we're not supposed to get one, but I think that's because of the mod we do. So close to going mad, but maybe he'll be better off than the rest of us. Yeah, that is true. Who knows, maybe we're supposed to go mad. And Beauchard is trying to have us not at the same time. We should all just go mad and see what happens. Because, you know, that'll totally go well. Well, it'll be hilarious, but that's about it. Let's see, what card did they give us? Probably something that we can't use. Really? So for an American event, you give me a BMW, which is German. Yeah, that wasn't thought through. That was not thought through at all. I don't know if it gives you a random car from just any car, or if it is a set vehicle that you end up getting. I would have to do the US Nationals, all three of them, again, multiple times. See what I get. If I keep getting the 323i that I have here, then it's not random. But at least we got ourselves a BMW. We got our first German car, I think, actually. I believe that's our first German car. No. No, because we do have the Polo. We did get the Volkswagen Polo, which I completely forgot about. We'll be using that at some point, more than likely. So, with that, I am going to wrap the stream up here for now. To those that missed the endurance at the beginning, I do plan to upload this to YouTube. So, with that, thank you, Enno and Baron, for joining me. I do appreciate it. I don't know if there's anybody we can raid right now. I don't think anybody's live. Yeah, nobody's live. So, with that, thank you all for joining me. Hopefully you all enjoyed today's stream. And I'll see you all next time. Have a good one, everybody. Bye for now.